Hello, this is Sanjay Vadwani with Liazon Marketing. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. So today I'm going to discuss with you something really very important that you need to really look into when it comes to sell on Amazon, selling on Amazon. Now, it's not just like launch a product, list it, and this and that. No, there's a lot more deep insight in the back end of Amazon, okay, that needs attention constantly, at least once a month. So I'm gonna show you how do you, what are the steps you need to take in order to audit your store. Now, like most sellers that I deal with, a lot of my clients, they just don't have the time. They're too busy in their life, so they just tell me, do what you like to do and just, I don't want to know. All I want to see is profits at the end of the day. Okay, I understand. I value your time. What is the cost for me to do an audit on your store? Close to $1 million. No, it's only $29. Okay, it's only $29 to audit your store. Doesn't matter how much products you sell. There are things that needs to be looked at, things that needs improvement. Look, for example, you can have 500 products on Amazon selling, but it doesn't mean that you're selling those 500 products daily. You're probably not even selling one daily, one of each variation or the SKUs. So this process makes it easier. I'm going to tell you what you need to do, how you need to fix it, and then it's up to you to put it in. And that's it. Let's dive in, show you some of the stuff that needs a lot of attention. And when you do those things, then it is going to improve. So the first most important thing is the inventory index score, IPI. IPI stands for inventory index score. This number right here, if it's above 600, then your store is going to move smoothly. Smoothly means you're going to see 5, 10, 20, 30, 50 sales daily. If you have the inventory index here up to, let's say, 800, means Amazon is loving you, okay? And if you have between above 900 to 1,000, then my friends, you are blessed. Amazon is your God. Put it this way. Okay. So, very important. To control this right here, your whole store is relied on this right here. Your entire store is relied on this IPI score. And this is a very critical thing to look into. What's controlled by it? Your inventory, your sales, your store performance, your account health, the images that you put, the backend that you put on your listing, the products that you choose to sell. Everything. I can just come with 100 different reasons to tell you what controls this right here. This is like we have heart, our heart over here. This is what breathes us. This is the heart of Amazon. Okay, right here. It is amazing what this IPI score can do for your store. Okay, I have seen good days and I've seen the worst days, and it all depends over here. So, this is number one. Number two, most important, is the featured offer. Now, this is the buy box. This is where you control the market. So if you launch the product, let's say 1,000 people are selling the same products and you have launched the product, the first thing you need to understand, the first thing is that if you win the buy box, means you are the king of the game. But if you don't win the buy box, I'm sorry, you're still the king of the game. Why? Because the featured offer is basically competing, giving the best product at the best price to the customers. Now it's up to the consumer to click on your product. It's up to the consumer to purchase. So if they don't purchase, You're not the king anymore. You become the queen. Okay. So that being said, the featured offer plays a very important role. That's like to be on the market and to be highly competitive. Okay. Um, in the past, we have dropped on this store, we have dropped to like 20-30%. That doesn't mean that we haven't made money. We still did sales. It's just that we decided, you know what, forget it. It's not worth it to compete. Why? Because let's say, for example, a product is costing you 40 bucks and you are selling it at $75. If the product is costing you $40, FBA fees is $23. What do you make? $2? We're not in business to make $2. I am not in business to make $2, and I don't want my customers to make $2. You know, there are products, there are certain products that you can sell and you can make $2, but you can make a lot of $2 because those are volume sales. They're volume products that you gotta invest. Let's say you put $100,000 in, and you're keeping your profit margin at 5%, means for every $100,000 you made 5% profit. There are sellers that sell that just want to make $5,000. That's it. And but it's okay. No. So the account health over here is also very, very important. Okay. Your restocking. Restocking is the most important, which is connected with the IPI index. So in order to hire this, in order to increase the IPI score, you have to be competitive. Number one, you have to keep on selling. You got to keep on moving. So I'm going to share with you a trick how you can really improve the IPI score. So let's say you launched a product and you launched it one product. Let's talk about one product. You launched one product, one SKU, and you bought 500 units of that. Don't take that whole 500 and send it to Amazon. Don't do that. What I do is I take it in small patches. So what I would do is I would send between 10 to 25, around maximum 50 units if I know it's a good product that's going to sell. So let's say you take it in 25 pieces batch. You send 25 pieces. If you notice that those 25 pieces sold within the first, whatever, 3 days, 5 days, or within the first day, you restock it immediately. So you make a proportion. So you go to Amazon shipments and you create like 20 different shipments, 25, 25 each, every 3 days, prepaid, get it ready, packed, shipped to Amazon. And make sure, if you want to sell on Amazon, make sure you're doing FBA. FBA will cost you a little bit more than for sale by merchant, but FBM is, it's, you gotta be like on top of things. And if you miss one order, your IPI is gonna drop, your health is gonna drop, your offer, I mean, it's gonna really. So I personally recommend FBA. My products are all on Amazon, FBA. I don't have time to go over there and pack the box. It's just not worth it. Okay. But in terms of sending your inventory, you send it 25, 25. So you send 25. If you figure it out that you're going to sell within the 7 to 10 days, so make sure on the fifth, make sure on the second or the third day, you're restocking, you're sending products for restocking, because by the time you ship it out from your place to Amazon, it takes roughly about 10 to 14 days before that product comes in stock in your store, because it takes about 3, 5 days to reach, not even about 3 days. Where I live in Miami, whenever I send to, I mean, to the other part of the world, wherever they ship it, it takes about 3 days roughly. And then Amazon has to receive your package and they have to inspect. And the inspection takes time. So why? Because today is, this time of the year is the holiday season. So it takes time, roughly 10, 12 days before. So let's say you send 25 units and you sold it within 10 days. And within those 10 days, you shipped another 25. So now what's going to happen? You are now playing with the algorithm. You're telling the algorithm, look, I got a product which is selling, which is moving, and I'm restocking it properly. That is going to shoot up your IPI score. Okay. It's a trick. Don't tell anybody. I get in trouble. But there are so many tricks you can play with Amazon. Okay. I mean, they come up with new things, then we go inside, we figure it out. Okay, what changed? You know, Amazon keeps on changing. After Mr. Bezos, he left the company, they keep on changing a lot of stuff. But it's fun. It's like a cat and mouse chase. Okay. Second thing, what's more important is see, you will see over here. Let me show you. You will see suppressed inactive listings. You want to go and you want to improve it. The next one is listing quality dashboard. This is going to guide you basically. Amazon is going to tell you, look, you need to improve the quality of your listing. Something over there is there but does not match. It is basically a little bit guidance from Amazon to help you improve, to do that stuff. Uh, Remove unfulfillable inventory. Okay, this one is customer returns. A customer has returned, they found it damaged. We do have a couple of products in this store that has a very high rate of damaging, but they're also on the other side very highly demandable and they sell really good. So that's the reason why we kept it. And they're highly priced. Let me tell you something. They cost like $10, $12 a piece and it sells for like $40 and above. Okay. I mean, if there's 15 damage, who cares? As long as you're gonna make the money on it. So who cares? So you got to make sure that this one is being, you can set it up to automatic from Amazon. I think they remove it within 30 to 60 days, or you can do it manually and remove it as fast as possible because all this relies on your inventory, your IPI score, which you want to increase. So last month I removed about 50, I believe we had 50 of those products. So either you can remove it, you can dispose it, you can liquidate it. Either option you choose, you are going to get charged per unit. So if you dispose it, you don't know where they're disposing it. I don't trust them. If you liquidate it, you don't know. See, when you sell a product on Amazon and you lose the buy box, why? Because some other seller comes and sells the same product as yours cheaper, right? And you are the brand owner of that product. So you're thinking now, I never gave approval to any third party seller. How come this guy has my product? And that's because of you liquidated that product. So when you do liquidation, there are sellers who can go and buy these liquidated products from Amazon, Walmart, Target at nothing, and they can come in and sell this product, and Amazon just cannot stop them. They can come as just new or just like partially used, whatever. So the best thing is, since you are going to pay for that disposal fee or that liquidated fee, is better you bring the product back. Now, how does this benefit you? So if the product, you get a lot of damages on that product, you take that product to your manufacturer and say, listen, you know what? I want to do business with you long term, but you got to improve the quality of this merchandise. You got to show them. Second thing, what you can do is you can play some dirty tricks over here. You can actually go to your product images and you can say, listen, you know what? This is this is what we have. This is the competitor. You can do infographic images when you're selling on Amazon. You can say this is our product, which is new, and then you take the damaged one and you put the other one. This is what competitor, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It works. I mean, if you want to play that game, it works. But you don't put the brand name, you don't put the competitor name. You're basically showing that our quality is better than the competition, even though that's your product. But there are certain strategies you can apply to make your store improve better. Okay, so removable, make sure you put it back to your place and it will come. You inspect it. If your vendor is local, right here in the United States, send it back to them. Ask them for a credit. Say, listen, what is this nonsense? I spend money. I'm trying to. I mean, what is this? And they know. Listen, they know. Even if they deny it, they know that the product is damaged. Okay, so you can get credit back. You can do it several ways. Uh, Next thing is the shipments. So this is a very interesting topic right here with the shipments. You see, we ship so many products here. Okay, and you will see here. I'm gonna show you something here that you see. We send 69, Amazon received 60. We sent 360, Amazon received. So here is going to tell you how much less of a product Amazon bought. So what you need to do here is you want to go back to Amazon. You want to go back to Amazon and you want to tell them, listen, you know what? This is the scoop. So you want to go back to Amazon. You want to do help. Okay. Let me open a new page so I can show you what you have to do. You're going to go help and you're going to open a case. You're going to open a case against that. So inventory lost in FBA warehouse. Okay. If you are inventory missing from inbound, you can choose this one. You can choose this one. You can choose this one. Amazon is going to send you an email if they damage anything in the warehouse. Now, if they damage anything in the warehouse and you don't claim it, they're not going to pay you. Exactly. They're not going to pay you unless you claim it. So you got to be on top of it. This is why an audit is important because it's going to tell you at the end of the day, once the audit is done, it's going to tell you how much money you can get back from Amazon on your own products. The last audit I did, I got this one customer almost like 17, close to $1,800 just by going, especially in this location right here. Now think about it. You pay 29 bucks, you get 1,800 back. That's your profit right there, you know? So basically, let's say you did this one right here. So you're gonna go there and you're going to put your SKU number. You're going to put your SKU number and you're going to press continue. Let me go a different way. Let's say, for example, Amazon is not able to solve your issue. This is related to everything, anything and everything that goes on in Amazon. So the best way to reach out Amazon, if you're not getting help or your issues aren't listed here, the best way is you go my issues not here, uh, and you put over there, and then whatever you put, we could not understand the issue. Of course, you could not understand. I didn't write it properly. Uh, if it's account related, FBA related, this, that, that, that. So let's say account related, and you contact an associate. Now you can choose the three options. Recently, I've noticed that the phone number from them to call you is not working. So don't even bother with it. Email is the best way to do it, and chat, of course, is always you can just put chat, and that's there. You can do chat. Put your name. If you are a freelancer working, don't do it because they seriously prefer the owners to the store owner to send the chat because if there's some financial information or anything like this, they're not going to release it to you. So the best way to reach out to them is through email. If you're a freelancer, put your stuff there. If you are doing on behalf of somebody, add the owner's email here so everybody gets it, and then you send the information that you're requesting. Okay, that is going to fix your issue over here. So if you're missing inventory, for example, here you send 175, they receive 173. There's two products missing. Now the cost of this product was $12 a piece. That's 24 freaking dollars. That's a lot of money. I mean, maybe not for you, but if you add all the missing piece at the end of the day, it goes above $1,000. So you open a case and you say, hey, listen, you know what? We shipped this one this time. What happened to the difference? Because that's what I said. They're going to ask you for proof. Make sure whenever you're shipping merchandise, you take a picture of everything that you're shipping so that you have proof to show to them. If it has the date and the time, everything, it's even better. So you prove it to them and get the money back. Get it back. I'm going to tell you something. 90% of the time, they don't even look at anything. They just, okay, here. I don't care. It's not my money. It's not coming from my pocket. Amazon, it's like, yeah, let's go. All right. So claim that. Claim those lost. What happened? Claim it. You know. Um, Another thing, audit. Okay. Campaigns. We got to look at campaigns, see what's wrong with it. Why are some of the campaigns not performing? Now, let's look at this particular. So we got 9,400 impressions. We got 96 clicks. So we got like roughly about 1% click over here. 96. Yeah, roughly about 1% click. So we know out of 1% click, we got a 1% sale. So what exactly went wrong over here? Why is it that, we got this many impressions, we got 96 clicks, and out of that, we only got 10%? Why? So that basically says that there's something wrong in the listing right there. Okay. Now, based on the ACOS, it's amazing. Based on the breakout of the sales, it is amazing, 8.37%. But if you really want to know what's really going on over here, and that's a 10%, then we got to do an audit for listing optimization. That's a whole different, whole different story. But at least it tells you, like if you look at your store and you're gonna say, oh, okay, I got 9 clicks. You're not even gonna think about why. Okay, that's what we do at Liazon. We think about why, how, when, if, what, how we can make it better, how we can improve the sales. What is it that needs to be fixed? So basically, it could it be the listing? It could be, or it could it be the way this is. Now, this is an auto, so we got to look at which keywords they're targeting. We have to pull out the reports of the advertising. We got to figure out why we got 96 clicks and we only won 10% of it. We want to figure out which keywords Amazon is targeting. Are we targeting the right keywords in the first place? Because if we're targeting the wrong keyword, of course, people are going to click. And if that's the product they don't want, they're not going to buy. And that could be the reason why this is so. So we have to go inside, deep inside to understand the product. Okay. So that's one of the options there in terms of PPC. Let's look at the let me see. So PPC, you see some of them, again, here we got 3 clicks and we got 1 sale. So that's doing really good. Okay. So now this is the fun stuff. This is, if you are selling FBA, don't worry, you're not going to have any major issues here because Amazon is taking full responsibility of your store. But if you're doing for sale by merchant, FBM, you better be careful in this page. Extremely, extremely careful, because what you're going to see here is listing policy violations. You're going to see all kinds of violations. Customer product review violation, voice of customer, this customer, that customer, your defect rate, your A to Z claims. A to Z claim. What is A to Z claim? Is basically, I bought a product from Amazon and I don't like it for some reason, or I found it cheaper, or it came damaged, or whatever the reason is. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna learn so many lies in this A to Z claim. You're gonna be surprised. It's like people have done, masters in. So A to Z claims, interesting topic. So I bought the product. I'm trying to return it to the seller, but the seller leaves me no option to return it. What I'm gonna do? I recently had one of these this issue with one of the sellers I deal with. They don't do FBA because they just don't want to pay that extra fee. In the long run, I'm going to tell you, products they ship to Canada, they ship to Seattle, Washington. It costs them so much money in shipment that what can you say? You know, there's no way you can win when it comes to selling on Amazon. You just gotta do it right and gotta just take out the stress for yourself. So the customer, my client, they sell. I'm not gonna tell you the product, but they sell like uh something in the paint industry. Okay, heavy stuff worth three, four, six, $800. Okay, not cheap, heavy stuff. And somebody, one of their customers, they bought like 6 units of that product. Let's say the product was $300. So the customer bought 6 units. That's $1,800 sale. The return policy from the seller is no returns accepted. They're only accepted and you will only get refund if once inspected that there's no the package hasn't been opened and this and that and all that. Well, guess what? The consumer clearly claimed that I received the package, I opened one of them, and that's against the policy of the seller. I opened one of the containers and I even installed it. Look at the consumer. I even installed it and it did not match what I was. The colors didn't match. This didn't happen. And there were like 10 different reasons. And then in the end, the consumer claims that I tried contacting the seller and the seller doesn't respond. It's been like 3, 4 weeks. The seller doesn't respond. So let me tell you what happened behind the scenes. I get the message here. I take the message to the seller. I say, listen, seller, you got to do something over here because if you're not going to do, you're going to end up with a negative rating, and that is bad for your business, especially when you're selling products three, eight, $900 a piece. The seller say, I don't care. I don't care. Let them complain. I'm not going to take the merchandise back. Even if it's open, even if it was unopened, I'm still not going to take the merchandise back. Long story short, the consumer went and they filed an A to Z claim. Now, if a AC2 A to Z claim appears on your Seller Central, that's like getting a heart attack. It's like, oh shit, somebody gonna save me or not? It's just that's the worst thing you're gonna ever face, and that is very strict. Amazon takes it really, really serious because for Amazon, their customer is everything. They don't care about sellers, man. We are the ones who struggle, man, like to make Amazon happy, to make it's like being divorced. You got to make the ex-wife happy and you got to make the next wife happy or the next husband. But the thing is, you got to be very, very careful here. So A to Z claim, she filed. The consumer, they filed an A to Z claim. The seller, even after the seller rejected, Amazon favored the consumer. Guess what happened to the sellers? Seller Central. The seller used to sell, because being highly priced item, they were doing about 5 to 15 units a day. Now our sales are hardly 5 units in a week. There are things that you can avoid. I mean, okay, you took the product bag, you didn't lose 1,800. It was just one can that was open, $300. Come on, it doesn't cost you $300. But But the reality here is you got an upset customer. The customer filed a negative feedback on the seller. She did a negative complaint, negative review. Now look at it, for that one $300 item, how much loss you took, and that killed your sales. From selling, 5 to 15 units to 5 units a week, that's a major loss. So be very careful. So this is why I recommend to everybody, sell FBA, take all that headache and throw it on Amazon. Let Amazon deal with it. If it's defect, it's defect. What are you gonna do? You're gonna argue about it? Argument makes destruction. So avoid that nonsense. Just, you lost, you lost. Make money elsewhere, take it out from elsewhere. So very, very important. Stay away from A to Z claims. They're the worst. And tell you something, the customer is always going to win, no matter what. So there's no point of who's right, who's wrong. Just forget it. It's not worth it. Even in a relationship, don't argue, man. Just let it go. The more you hold it, the more you're going to lose it. And that's going to cause, I'm a divorcee guy, so I know, I learned from my mistakes. All right. So voice of the customer. This again here, you gotta be very, very careful. You gotta make, there in the past, there was ways you could go and answer them. Now Amazon does not allow you to answer them, so just leave it. And then what you do is you are going to go in poor. You're gonna see poor. Why? What is it that what is that upsetted the customer, right? You're gonna see you got four orders, one very poor. What is the reason? Have they given a reason? If they haven't given a reason, you can go and claim that. But there's a very little there's a very little scope that Amazon is gonna remove that. Okay, now look at this. Here's the reason. Doesn't fit. What do you mean doesn't fit? Did you measure it properly? Doesn't fit. If you order 8 feet and your door is 6 feet, it doesn't fit. If you order a 6 feet and your door is 8 feet, it doesn't fit. It's like some of the most, but if I'm gonna go and argue, I'm not gonna fit. So you see, this is a 6 feet door track, and the customer writes doesn't fit. Okay, they returned the product on December 1st. Okay, that's in the unfulfillable. Now, this is a product that does not damage. That's the one thing good. So I'm going to bring it back to our warehouse. We're going to inspect it and send it back to Amazon. I mean, what does it? It's like a $50, $60 product. This probably cost the seller about like 20 bucks, 18, 20 bucks. It's okay, just deal with it. Um, Another thing, very, very important for auditing is this one right here. Unit session percentage. So unit session percentage basically tells us how the listing is performing. You probably never seen this, but this is like the good stuff on the backside, on the backstage of Amazon. Okay, so unit session percentage tells us that this product, whatever that product is, we got $2,000 worth. We sold 53 of it, but it's 16.33. 16.33 good. It's good. It's good. Anything above 5% is good. Um, it's gonna take time to really hit 80, 90%. But as you can see, a lot of the unit session percentage, you see, there's some 3%, 2.3%. So that basically shows that there is improvement needed to be made. Why is this store under me like this? Because we have launched over like 650 products on the store. So it takes time. So far on Seller Central, we have about roughly under 150 products. So it takes time. When we do listing optimization, we have to wait a certain amount of time before we can go and really re-enhance everything. So if I did a listing optimization today, I'm probably gonna wait Not 30 days. I'm going to wait 60, 90 days because that's the time it really takes to see the actual results. So this store is only 4.5 months old. If I'm launching, let's say 5 to 10 listings every week, I gotta wait. They gotta wait 3 months, 4 months to really see what's going on with the listing. I cannot just go and create a listing in 30 days. Oh no, I don't see the percentage good. Oh God, I gotta change. No, because this is going to hurt the customer's account. So I want to make sure it's properly functioning. But if you have a listing, let's say 2 years old, and it's at, 6, 3, see, even 16, that raises an alarm. That says something is wrong over there. What is it wrong? You got to look at the ASIN. You got to go back. You got to do it, the good stuff, play around, and then launch it again. And if that makes an issue, then there's again something wrong with the store. So all this, there's a lot of stuff for audit. It's $29 is nothing. There's a lot of stuff that you get help with for auditing the store, and it is really worth it. I tell you, it's really worth it to go and understand what really needs to be done. Because if I can save you money here and there, why not? I mean, this is what really goes on in the back end of Amazon. So I hope you guys understood something. And if you ever need my services, I have right here. You can visit my website. You can go contact me if you ever want to contact me. You can go to the contact us, and here you can put your name information. If you are a freelancer looking for me to hire you, don't contact me. I got a lot of people working with me. If you are a website designer, don't contact me. I get so many spams every day. What are you gonna do? People don't understand, but it's okay. It's okay. Everybody wants to manage, run their business. Uh, but here you go. You can come here and you can, choose the time, the date and the time, and then I'll be at your service. I'll come and help you. If you want to reach me directly, this is my number right here. This is our email address. Okay. You want to sell your Amazon business? You click here. I also do business brokerage. I also sell businesses. I run businesses. I make businesses. I even sell business. So if you ever want to sell your business, you can come, choose a time, and I take you from there. All right. So I wish you guys all the best of luck, and looking forward to meet you. Thank you. Bye bye.